I'm so sorry. Well, I'm going to start off and thank everyone for coming. We have a lot of people coming from a lot of different places, and I'd like to recognize that now. We have people coming from Mexico. Actually, some of the people coming from Mexico, they endured a 44-hour bus ride, so special for we have people coming from Texas. We have, they want to just stand up we have people coming from Florida. We have people coming from California. We have people coming from Georgia. People coming from Utah. We have people coming from Massachusetts. Boston specifically. Boston. We have people coming from Cuba. And we have people coming from Wisconsin, which is quite a drive. And we have people who just kind of drove here. So everyone, thanks for coming. It's really good, special. Well, in case you don't know me, I'm Francisco. I'm Paulina's brother. Yeah. And I have had the privilege of growing up with Paulina, and it has been very special and entertaining and interesting. Paulina goes through lots of phases. Specifically with like boys. For a while, she was completely obsessed with Ashton Kutcher to like a disgusting level. She had a I Heart Ashton Kutcher wallet. She would take pictures of that '70s show to capture him in all his glory. So then for a while, it switched over to John Mayer, which I can give her a little more respect for. But it was, kind of pathetic. She would listen to Daughters and pretend he was serenading her and all these wonderful things. But recently, she's been obsessed with Ernesto. So that's good, because she's marrying this one. One funny thing is that I went to the same high school as Paulina. She is 2 years older than me. And so I got a lot of the same teachers, and a lot of them are here actually. If you want to give them a hand, they're right there. The funny thing though is that Paulina is a very studious person. She takes lots of notes, she is very organized, I'm not. And so a lot of times I always felt like the teachers would say, oh, you're Paulina's brother, and then I would just let them down. But that's okay. But Paulina was always really good at writing and really good at art. Something that I am really bad at art, really bad. I haven't taken an art class in probably 5 years. But she's an art major, so that's good. One thing that I really like about Paulina is that she is the best person to ever get a present from, because she actually puts lots of time and effort into it. When I go to buy presents, I just kind of pick the first thing that I can find that I think they might remotely like and move on. But these last couple of Christmases, I've had the privilege of going Christmas shopping with Paulina, and it's a huge ordeal. I wouldn't go if I knew what was going to happen, because we would go and she would look at it and be like, oh, well, I kind of like it, but no, it's not completely them. And then she would walk around the entire mall, look at it again, kind of like this hesitant face, and then, whereas I would be like, why don't you just get it? I mean, we have like 500 more people to do. But so you should know, if you get a present from Paulina, she really cares. But one thing that one of the greatest things I appreciate about Paulina is that she's a really good friend, and she's a really good sister, because if ever I have a problem, I know that she'll listen to me, and she really cares. And so if I were to define Paulina, I would define her as someone who really cares. Ernesto. The first time that I ever had any impression of Ernesto was from a website called buttlesschaps.com. If you guys don't know what buttlesschaps.com is, you're missing out. Basically, it was Ernesto in his younger years. Him and his friends would make these elaborate sketches and these really random, funny videos on a site called buttlesschaps.com, and actually the logo was a guy with literally pants with no butts. So, I mean, no butt, I won't make it. But point is, that was my first impression, and I, being the impressionable middle schooler, thought it was really cool. Because the only movie I ever made was a failed attempt at Star Wars Episode 7. I was trying to continue the second, but one thing that I really know about Ernesto and I really appreciate is Ernesto is very, very talented. He is an awesome photographer. He is very good at cameras, obviously with all his chaps. And he is just very, very smart. If you've ever had to talk with the guy, he's smart. And, you know, but Ernesto is really good to talk to because you genuinely feel like he is interested in what you're saying, which with a lot of smart people is kind of rare. So one way I would define Ernesto is that Ernesto is a very genuine person, and I really appreciate it for that. So now I'm just gonna give some advice to Paulina and some advice to Ernesto, which is funny because I'm not married. So
That's funny.
to Paulina, support Ernesto in all he does. Boys will be boys. He will want to jump off a plane. He will want to go camping with his friends. He will want to go biking to Duluth. You know, whatever. Be supportive. Let him do his thing. It'll be okay. He'll come back. It's okay. And be patient. It's okay if he doesn't have his clothes completely matched. It's okay if he doesn't cry at every Olympic commercial that he sees. I mean, some of these things are differences, but they're okay, you know? To Ernesto, protect Paulina. Paulina does not like pain at all. So if you can avoid anything that will cause her the slightest bit of pain, you should do it. And be kind. Paulina's a very, very, very sensitive girl. But this is all a good thing. But in all seriousness, I'm really happy for you guys. I couldn't think of a better couple to be here right now. And I just want Paulina to know that I really love her a lot. And I love Ernesto too, in a different way. No, but really, you guys are great, and I wish you guys the best of luck. God bless you guys, and thank you very much. So, to Ernesto and Paulina.